guys, this is Kimmy the Doll. To be honest, it wasn't easy to make this video because it was very painful to watch Halo TV series. I did not enjoy it at all, and I'm going to explain it why, you guys. And the reason why I'm not showing any clips of Halo TV shows is that knowing Paramount Plus, they're very petty. They don't like constructive criticism and they like to hit you with the copyright strike or the copyright claim, either way. So what they're doing to Angry Joe is really petty of them because they can't handle the constructive criticism. And it seems like they love to abuse the copyright system. That shows how petty and very childish of Paramount Plus. So I'm playing it safe. So pretty much I'm just going to explain it why I didn't enjoy the Halo TV show and why it's not worth of your time. You know, to be honest, you guys, I thought I was not gonna make it to watch the whole series, and I did. And I'm so glad it's over. I know it's gonna be another second season of the Halo TV show because there's a continuation. But to be honest, I'm not gonna plan on watching the second season unless if you guys want me to do it, I will do it. But to be honest, you guys, is trashed. You know, I mean, in the beginning of the episode, I'm glad to see Master Chief and his crew, and you get to see the action and the Covenant. The armor look realistic. It doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look like a plastic. It looks realistic. You know, they did a good job on the armor. They did a good job on the Covenant. The look of the Covenant, it looks really good. The action, I really enjoy it. And then when the action started to slow down and it just got boring, you guys, real boring. I don't like the fact what they did with Master Chief. I felt like what they did to him is not really true to the lore. I didn't like the fact they took off the helmet too soon in the beginning of the episode. They could have just waited and to the end of the end of the season, or they should just kept it a mystery. They could have just take pointer from Disney and know what they did with the Mandalorian, and pretty much just kept it a mystery until we see it to the end of the season and we have a little sneak peek of the Mandalorian's face. But no, they just did it right away in the very beginning of the first episode, and so for me that was like a first strike for me. I felt like it was not necessary to reveal his face in the very beginning. They should have kept it a mystery, or they should, that's all they were supposed to do. Because that's why we love Master Chief. We just didn't care what he looks like because we like the fact that he is a badass character. I just felt like Master Chief is not a badass in this TV show. They did a terrible job with him. He was just like Master Chief is more emotional. He just forgotten of his mission because the Master Chief that we all know, he's a type of man who carry on his mission and never always step aside his emotions. He never let his emotions get in the way of especially dealing with the Covenant, and so I felt like they've forgotten what I don't know if the people don't even bother playing the game of Halo or read the lore, because I felt like the Master Chief what we got, it was totally somebody else. I don't know who he is. Also they implied that Master Chief is he's a special kind of human. I'm not saying the sense of he's a Spartan because he has a superhuman power. He's a superhuman. the sense of that he has an alien DNA because he was the only one can activate the keystones. He is the only one can do that, and to find the location of Halo. There was a character named Makia. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's a character that she was interesting somewhat, but she also she also is just like John, can activate the keystone because she has the alien DNA in her, and so they're both are, because the covenant calls them the blessed one. You know, they're the one who can activate. But Makia is the one who is been raised by the covenant because when she was a child, she was mistreated by her own people, and that's why she has a distaste of humans because she doesn't trust them because of her trauma of her experience when she was a child, and that's why she was raised by the covenant. And so pretty much the covenants are using Makia to uh, activate the keystone and find the location of the halo. I don't like the fact what they did with Dr. Halsey, to be honest. They made her into a villain, and that's not what Dr. Halsey is about. Dr. Halsey is a person who is wants the betterment of the human race, but she is not at that point of having the obsession of breaking relationship and breaking and burning bridges. Meaning burning bridges is that I don't like the fact what they did with Halsey and Master Chief's relationship are broken because of now Master Chief does not trust Halsey because she is constantly always lying and she is always constantly up to something. And Halsey is a type in this TV show is all about controlling her Spartan. And that's all about using her Spartan as a disposable, you know, she can use them and get rid of them as long as she likes. Like, I don't like the fact of what she was doing. They made I don't like the fact what they did with Halsey is she was ready to she was using John, and once she's done with John, she would dispose of him. And that's not what Halsey is. Halsey has in the game, she always has trust in John and always supported his decision and always help him through the mission, especially dealing with the Covenant. You know, go help him to fight against the Covenant. But I just didn't like the fact what they made her into a villain, and it's like this is not what Halsey is or what she's about. So it's a big mess what they did with Halsey. Also, the character Miranda, she was very they did they did some different things with Miranda. Like in the game, Miranda is a commander, but in this TV show, she is a scientist, and she is trying to find her place. She's trying to fit in because everything is against her. Even her mom is a bitch who was against her, who never supported Miranda. And I was like, damn, Halsey, what kind of mother are you? You should be proud of your daughter being a scientist, you know? But she was just dead set against her daughter, you know? And so Miranda was having a hard time fitting in. You know, she was trying to get her father to be on her side because he's the captain. But the reason why he won't be on Miranda's side is because Halsey blackmailed him. because if Halsey goes down, she's gonna tell what Captain did because he was part of the kidnapping children and experimenting them. He was part of that shit. And so he was pretty much, he was like kept it his mouth shut. That's why Miranda was having a hard time, fitting in. So pretty much, I didn't. Oh God, it was just really, really, really bad, and I was trying to make it through to watch everything. Oh yeah, don't make me forget about Quan Han. Oh my God, the character Quan Han. Quan Han, this girl was rescued by Master Chief, and Master Chief, bless his soul for saving her life. I would have let the bitch die because who would have known this girl was so annoying and whining and bitching. I was just waiting for her to shut the fuck up, for real. Cause when I was watching her, how she was whining about it, talking about the resistance and crying and everything, I felt like I want to go through the TV and choke the shit out of her because I was just so, oh my God, she was so annoying. Oh God, just get rid of that character Quan Han. She's just useless. She's annoying. She's just hard-headed. This girl was just so annoying. I never thought that I would get that pissed. For real, for real, for real. I just didn't like the character. She has to go, Paramount. She has to go. The look for Cortana was alright. It wasn't that bad. It was alright. I let that slide. I'm glad that they got the original voice actress to do Cortana. I'm glad they did that. It was alright. But yes, you guys, I couldn't. I don't think it's a no for me to continue for the second season. I don't think it's a no for me. I don't. It's not worth your time to go watch the Halo. It's not worth it, you guys. Everything is a big mess. I just didn't like the fact what they did with Master Chief. Everything was just shitty. I'm sorry, Paramount Plus. This is gonna hurt your feelings, but this is a -1 for me. I have no interest of seeing the second season. The first season's finale was stupid. I just didn't like the fact that I didn't like the fact they able to Cortana to save Master Chief crew is to let Cortana take over his body, and that's the only way for him to save them. So right now Cortana took over Master Chief's body. We will see him again in the second season, so that's gonna happen. He finally trusted Cortana, because let me tell you, in the beginning he did not trust Cortana. He told her to go away. He found her annoying. Then finally at the end he trusted her, and he now they're finally working together. So yeah, you guys, it's trash, you guys. It's not worth it. If you want to get a Paramount Plus, the only thing is worth it unless if you're a Trekkie, if you want to watch Star Trek Picard, or Star Trek Discovery, or Star Trek New Worlds. Strange New Worlds. That's worth of your money. Or there's the Nickelodeon. Classic Nickelodeon cartoon if you like, and there's some good movies in the Paramount Plus as well. You guys, it's worth watching. But for real, don't even bother watching Halo TV show. They bombed. They didn't get anything right. There was nothing close to the Lord at all. They just fucked it up. And I know what people are going to say, but if I know people are gonna say to me, but yeah, but they were trying to make it different. Yes, it's nothing wrong to put something a little bit different, but trying to keep it close to the Lord, you know, it would have made more sense, to be honest. I wish they would have just made have more action to it instead of them talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, because it was getting boring. And I know people are gonna say, but if they do all action, there will be no storyline. But if they could be just like The Mandalorian, how Disney got it right, they can have the action and the storyline both. It's just gotta balance it out. But yes, you guys, it's a big mess. It's it's trash. I did not enjoy it. It's a big no for me to see the second season. I have no interest. But it's totally up to you guys. If you guys are curious and want to see it for yourself, you know, hey, you know, do you. You know, you're grown folks, so you can watch it for yourself. But for me, it's a big no. Yeah, Paramount Plus, you failed. That is it, you guys, and I'll see you till the next time. Bye.